Welcome to Clever Podcast. Today, we'll unveil the secrets of how to make your book sell well. Today, we have with us one of the first time authors who has crossed around 5,000 copies within a span of 2.5 months, which is very challenging even for well established authors. This is a record for us too, because none of our authors have crossed this milestone in such a short span of time. What makes this journey truly successful is not just the numbers, but the right strategy, the right publishing support, and the right topic at the right time. So, in today's podcast, we'll talk about the book, learn more about what exactly the first time author should do, should not do, and we'll also unveil the secrets of what are the tips and strategies that first timers should do. And especially if you are trying to write a book or any aspiring authors actually watching this, we'll talk about that as well. And let's welcome Mr. Hare Ram T S. So, very happy to have you with us today. First of all, congratulations for this achievement, sir. So, crossing 5,000 copies as a first time author within a span of just 2.5 months is not easy. So, first of all, how do you feel about this milestone?
First of all, I have to thank Clever Fox for having me in this program. And good morning to all. And it gives me a great satisfaction, and I feel very happy.
Okay.
To be honest, being a first-time author, as a debut author, writing itself is a big achievement for me. And that to see my book crossing 5,000 in short span of time. It is amazing. More than the numbers, what I feel great satisfaction is how it has reached and how it has accepted. That book has been accepted by all. And it has become a training material for a lot of people in our logistics.
Yes.
So when the feedback I get, very good feedbacks, I feel very happy about it, and I am definitely excited about it.
Let's start simple, sir. What is your book about and who should read it?
This book is about, there is a small segment called LCL in a bigger word called logistics. Many people know about logistics, to be honest, but there is a small segment in that logistics called LCL.
Okay.
Which it's like others will perceive like if it's like an pineapple. If you see pineapple, it will be looking odd, but inside it will be soft. So many people will not understand LCL so much because they assume that it is more of complex.
Complex, yes.
So my idea about this is how I can decode this LCL in a simple format so that it goes and reaches the next generation and the people who are in our industry in a different divisions to understand about the LCL. So this LCL, this book is decoding of LCL. So a complex subject, can I make it very simple?
Point.
So that was my thought, and I'm very happy that it has come in that format.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there definitely, if you launch something in the market, then we'll have competitors, and there'll be a lot of similar books in the same domain in the industry. So what makes your book very unique comparatively to the market trends?
Yeah. When I started writing this book, I thought I should write in a practical way and write my experience also on that, my learning also on that. There are some few books about logistics, but this is all more of theoretical.
Point.
They are good books.
Yes, sir.
But for a common man to read it or a newcomer to read it will be little difficult for them to understand. So when this idea came in, I thought I have to write in a story format. I can say that I don't know whether there is a book in LCL, particularly on the story format. So this connects well with the people because it is written in a story format. So people have told that they could accept it or they could learn better because it is written in a conversation format.
Manner. Yes, sir. So there's always a point in actually finding the right domain of book and especially the demand. So how much research did you do actually to find the right domain and the right demand? And because there should be a demand, but then the thing is like they should have very less competitors to actually escalate your book quite well. So what kind of research did you do to actually find the right domain and launch it?
To be honest, I have never aspired to be an author. Okay, so and I have not done any big research on the domain, etc.
Okay.
So what I thought is where I am good of. which product I know very well.
Okay.
So 28 years I in this industry. I know this product very well. So I thought, let me write on those domain where I am capable of, right?
Okay.
So demand is secondary part, but I thought first I have to
Be
write
strong in
it,
what you-
and then the demand came. When the readers accept it, then the demand automatically creates. And thanks to Clever Fox, because they have very good marketing team. They also reach, because you may have a very good, you may be a good author, you may have written a very good book, but unless otherwise it does not reach the audience.
No point.
It is no point on what you were saying is on demand on
Yes, sir.
that question. For that, you require a good publisher and a marketing team for them to reach to many readers.
Okay, sir. So, sir, this question is very common for all the first-time authors. Any people who actually do it, things for the first time, self-doubts. Like when you start something, people will have assumptions of, will people like it, will they accept it, or will this actually go, or if we do it and it becomes flaw or something, or should I start? Should I actually stay consistent? So, how did you handle all of those self-doubts, sir?
Yeah, actually, as a human, as I told, I am not a great. First time I'm trying it, I had a lot of doubt that first of all whether I could write. See, how it happened is that I have to say, to be honest, I'm posting for 2 years in LinkedIn, social media, a lot of stories. So it started connecting.
Okay.
So on the same day, around 5 or 6 people call me, you are writing it well, why don't you write a book? But I told them, I'm not author, I don't want to pursue. But there is one colleague who's working with me. She said, she's a Gen Z.
I see potential.
She said, it's like, sir, all your posts are on LCL. Why don't you write on LCL? It didn't even strike me. It's like, when you have a butter, why you are to
Yeah, exactly. Tamil saying.
try a ghee, so immediately it struck me. So I then started writing about LCL. So
Okay.
that's how it all.
What's the one thing that kept you consistent, sir? Like when you're writing, what is the one thing that actually made you consistent?
In the consistent in the sense,
Can you actually, what made you complete the book, or
okay.
from the idea and
See, from idea when the LCL came, then what I started doing is I wrote my whatever product I know.
Okay.
But next, what I did is I also started speaking to the next generation, that Gen Z, who was, in fact, to be honest, in my office, around 27% Gen Z is there in Chennai. So when I communicated, what all doubts you get, right? Because in this social media and kind of chat GPT, everything you have, people can get all the click of button, they can get everything, but they don't know the history. They will know the history when they go give the prompt.
Yes,
everything
yes.
will come, but they don't know the history. So I thought, okay, I have to write the history about this product, how it went, how it evolved, and also I thought I have to communicate with the Gen Zs their question and questioning.
Okay.
On their mind, and now what all doubts they ask. They also gave me some points. Then what happened is I started adding those chapters.
Okay.
And it came as a good book, I think.
Yes, sir. So can you please walk us through your journey from idea to publishing completely?
As I told you earlier, the idea was, when the people started telling me, why don't you write a book? Then a girl, of course, pointed me. Then again, I communicated with the youngsters what they were required, whatever. So during Diwali time, 2 days I had on leisure time.
Okay.
So I started writing. The moment I started writing, what is happening is the content flow, God grace,
Came out very well.
Okay. And the first draft was ready.
Okay.
The moment the first draft was ready, I immediately shared with my boss, my MD, Mr. Adarsh Shekde, and my chairman, Mr. Shashikaran Shetty,
Okay.
to get their approval. Because, I'm working in a company,
Get
right?
it.
And when they saw it, they were very happy. They said, Hare Ram, it is very good. So then I gave it to around 5 well-wishers of mine. They read it. They said, they also made me to write, some more chapters.
Okay.
They said, okay, this is a very good to publish, but I think you add
Add
these
on.
points or you correct this, it will be very good. Then it gave me a great confidence. Then I added those chapters.
Okay.
Then it became an history actually. So
Yes, sir. So as you were talking about the flow of content and stuff, what do you think, what is your personal opinion on editing, sir? Right now we're in the AI era, everything is automated. You give prompt, you get it. So in this era of AI and automation, how important is human editing? And how many rounds of editing did you go through and how did it work for you?
to be honest, editing is the pain point because
Okay.
even if I write an email, second time to read it, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, I get that. Totally,
Because
sir.
I'm little
Very
lazy on
relatable.
that. So when I wrote first time, it was only 2 days. But editing was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And thanks to Clever Fox team.
Okay.
What I did is I also did wantedly couple of chapters. I did AI editing also.
Okay.
Spelling and grammar. So to test. But when it went to an publisher,
Okay.
they gave a different dimension, you know.
So you
Because
got a
they gave an
professional
emotion to it. Because
Okay.
it's a story, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
I gave it as raw, but they gave a little bit of emotions to it. So, which AI could also not do, I have to say. AI can do,
Yes.
but the emotion point also now AI can do, but it cannot do like a human.
Point.
So, there I think Clever Fox did a great job for us
So-
and gave a very good emotional this thing to this book.
So you got a professional editing support from the publishers?
Of course,
Okay.
publishers do it, right? So they do the spell check, grammar, and they give an idea also.
Okay.
You know, whether you have to use active voice, you have to use a passive voice.
Okay.
Because this is, I'm not a literature, right? So I'm
Point.
not good in, language. Maybe a copywriter or an editor can do.
For all the first time authors, kindly note this point. If you're not very good with the language, or if you're not someone from literature background, or you have the content, but you struggle to write it in the literature format, I might not be that good for an author. Please note the point that you can still launch your book with the help of a right publisher. So the next question is, how did you scale up from initial sales to 5,000 copies in just one go, like in a span of very, very short span of time? It was quick. It was really quick. We're all shocked.
It was really quick. I would again say G Grace because first I wrote the content. Clever Fox did it fast. And
Okay.
they gave me an idea, boss, there is going to be a book fair in Chennai.
Okay.
Which is on January, right? They said it's a very good place to showcase your book. So it was, I think, January 8th, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
So there we launched the book. And thanks to all my industry friends, initially all through my LinkedIn, my logistics
Your
friends. Of course. Fans is a bigger word, actually.
Okay.
So those who like my stories, those who like me or know me, so
Personally.
they started buying. So they came to the stall, and it was normally romance kind of book only sells more in the
Points
stall,
up.
right?
Yes.
But this book sold very well in that this thing. One of fast moving book it was in that book fair itself.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, people have romanced my product. So it was amazing. So to see that. So that is one part. So I could sell how much I can sell. I can sell only 20%, 15%. More than that, you require a publisher
Yes.
who can do the marketing, because this book is not for all. This book is for logistics
Yes.
people. Logistics people, particularly in LCL, if you see, there'll be 1 million population
Yes,
globally.
yes, yes.
It's even bigger. No, if you see, audience is still 1 million. And when the Clever Fox also helped me by making this book available everywhere, right? Even South America people bought it. Even people in UK, USA, many people bought this through Amazon or
Flipkart.
from their Ziffy Bee. Most of my book is also sold through Ziffy Bee,
Okay.
where they can deliver to any part of India, and they can also
Globally.
send you book in a courier format to whatever location you require. There again, the publisher came into this thing, and they have their own Ziffy Bee kind of social, platform for
Okay.
book selling. That has also helped me to scale the book more, and it is 5,000. We are counting more, so let's see.
That's what, sir. So, sir, in your opinion, how important is the role of a right publisher in regard to sales?
Again, I think I covered that, but
Yeah.
again, I will reiterate it. Because as an author, we will be very good in writing a book. We may be good in selling to only our people, but we don't know how to reach. We know the audience, but we don't know how to reach
them.
There, the publisher comes, and more importantly, editing part, which I covered. I can write a book, but okay, I can use AI for editing, but still. But the emotional things in it, the giving idea, because they have published a lot of books, thousands authors they would have seen.
Yes, sir.
So their idea will be very good. Input will be very good for me to scale up, right? Otherwise, I cannot sell this kind of book. Any author can write, but they will not be very good in marketing.
Yes.
And the kind of scale the only publishers can do.
Yes. So let's talk about visibility. So according to you, from your opinion, how important is visibility across multiple streams like Amazon, Flipkart, Zifibis, as you said?
That's very important because many people buy canned book directly from me also.
Okay.
But I cannot cater to everybody. So he's in Chennai, I can order or I can give as an author. Okay. But I cannot do the logistics part myself. Being in a logistics company, I cannot do. The publisher only has to do.
Yes.
And they can be make it available globally, which as an author I cannot do. Okay. If I do it, then I cannot do
what
other
you have
works,
to do.
Right? So their publisher again steps in for you and scale up the book sales or whatever.
Yes. So as a first-time author yourself, you know that the mindset of the first-time authors, right? What is the one most popular mistake the first-time authors would usually make, and how should they avoid it?
It's a really good question. First of all, I feel, one Chinese proverb is there. If you have to take 15,000 steps, first you have to take first step, right? And there is also a saying, when you buy a green color car, you will feel when you go on the road, a lot of green colors car you will see. That's a psychological thing. Like that moment I wrote a book, whenever I communicate, there are a lot of people telling me, boss, I also wanted to write a book. Or they say, I wrote a book. I don't know how to publish. Because a couple of people I have recommended also. And what I feel first is, where they get stuck is, first, they have a lot of ideas. Like I said, first step, they are not writing.
Okay.
Maybe they are thinking to be perfect and write. Right? First, they have to be ready with the topic, what they want to do. And who's the audience.
Okay.
And they have to pen it. Right? Then they should also make it simple.
Okay.
You are not going to write a literature book. If you are writing a literature book, you can concentrate on grammar, you can whatever, right? So I'm speaking now. I may do a lot of grammar mistake, but my idea is to communicate.
To let you
know
what
to understand. That's more important than the language.
Yes, sir.
So they should not make it complex and try to give their
intellectual
capacity. We say in Tamil, intellectual capacity we should not put in there.
Point.
We have to see that how we will communicate, how simple we will make it, whatever format, story or conversation format, but end of the day, the message has to go to the people.
Okay.
So that's more important, I think.
Yes, sir.
And finally, last but not the least, again the publisher, because they can only take you to the audience. They are like a transporter, logistics people.
I'll talk technically.
Because they take your product and deliver to the
right people who need
people. First, they have to create a customer, reader. Then they have to deliver.
Yes.
This is the second
point. So since we spoke about the mistakes, we'll talk about the do's now. So what is the most essential 2 to 3 things that every first-time author should do?
Again, no, I have to, my earlier question, whatever you have asked, I return. First, they have to write.
Right.
That's more important. Write.
Have confidence and write.
Right. Whether you like it or not, write it. Then you keep changing it, right? Maybe you don't know the topic also.
Okay.
You keep writing. Arrive at a topic from there. Right? So you can also work backward. It's not that first I said, okay, a topic should be there, but you don't know the topic. but you know a lot of things. You keep writing, then select whatever you like it, then make it.
The best way to start something is to just start doing
Start first step.
Start it.
Start.
Okay, so I'm sure that there's a lot of aspiring authors who are actually watching this podcast and really curious because they want to become someone like you, in the future. So
First a disclaimer: I'm not a great author.
No, but
so I can only my advice is not for the great authors. My or aspiring author also.
Okay.
My advice, this is for those who wanted to start but not they have written. So this, when it came to my mind, actually I think you asked the question, which I didn't answer is,
okay.
First when I wanted to write is, I was thinking, why should I, whether I am a right person to write. Lot of doubts when it came. There was an inner voice telling me, boss, don't concentrate on that. Whether this book will be hit or flop, that's a different thing.
Okay.
But you can claim you are author. Right? I
am an author.
I can claim myself as my author. Okay. I'm a good author, bad author, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
So our end result,
day, I did it.
basic, what is the required?
Recognition.
Or benefit is, I'm becoming author.
Okay.
Forget whether it is good or bad.
Yes.
So that motivated me. Otherwise, I could have not taken the next step.
Actually, a very good point, sir. I am an author. At the end of the day, I am an author.
That is author came actually, if I'm not wrong, authority. So
okay. So for all the aspiring authors who are actually watching this podcast, what is the one advice, one thing that you would give them so that they can take this away when they watch this podcast?
So what?
One advice, sir. It should completely change their mind. They have to start writing it today.
Right. What else I can give? One more I can give. Right. Right. Yeah.
Just start it.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So he's telling, just start it. In the middle of the day, right or wrong, if you start doing it, you'll figure it out.
Don't look at the benefit.
Okay.
All right.
Start.
If you are really aspiring to be an author, right?
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So do you actually think that there is any unique factor or USP which actually helped your book scale so much?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I forgot again to answer that question.
Okay.
Earlier of your question. So, see, one uniqueness of this book was it could relate with the readers, because this is written, lot of mistakes what I have done in my career,
okay,
or what I have seen. Right? For example, it will be too technical, but I will like to cover this.
Please, sir.
For logistics fraternity who are looking. There is something which is very important if you are typing in a bill of lading, that is Manzanillo, Mexico, Manzanillo, Panama. What I'm trying to say is, same place or in two countries. One is in Panama, one is in Mexico.
Okay.
So when I don't specifically tell Manzanillo, Panama or Mexico, it will go to the wrong place.
Okay.
When it goes to the wrong place, every logistics company has spent money on this mistake. When I give a book, when they all told me, Hare Ram, I don't know how you could relate this because I have done this mistake.
Okay.
I told them, boss, if you have not done the mistake, only I would have been surprised because it is common. Everybody has done this. So what happened is, then everybody read it. They started themselves sharing in LinkedIn. I read this book. It is very good.
Wow.
Many back office in abroad and India, they bought bulk of this book. That's one. See, each person one book, I cannot sell that much.
I get
when they bought it bulk, what happened is they made it as a training book. One of my friends said, I didn't know that your book will train my people.
Wow.
As a one samosa and one coffee expense. Otherwise, every company has to train people. If they don't train people, there is a cost. If they don't train a people, there is a cost.
Yes.
So can they train with one samosa and one coffee expense? My book has done, I think.
Great to hear that, sir. So we're very curious about the future, your future of writing. So what are your plans, sir? What exactly are you in plan of another book, part 2 of your book, or what exactly are you planning for the future in the field of writing?
First question you asked is how you feel, right?
Yes, sir.
I also felt that it is, I have become more responsible now.
Yeah, you're well known now.
People are asking me the second book.
Yeah.
To be honest, my second book is also I have written. but I'm
Wow,
not
sir.
satisfied. I'm trying to edit it.
It's a reveal now. Second book is written.
Second book is written. First cut is over.
Okay.
But I'm trying to shaping it well because I'm also not satisfied.
The same
with
field,
that.
sir?
Not same field. This is going to be like across industry, not for my industry alone.
Okay.
But this idea also came through some lot of readers.
Okay.
They said
from the feedback.
Yeah,
and stuff.
this is for fresher. What about for others?
Okay.
Like, right? So I started writing it.
Wow.
So let's see. I'm sure, G Grace, it will be very successful, and with all the publisher help and the readers, if it gets well, it will be a good sell. And I'm sure we will have one more podcast.
Please, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you, and all the best for whatever you're doing in your endeavors, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful insights with us, sir. It is truly very inspiring to actually see a first-time author achieve such a great milestone. And with this conversation, it is evident that it is not just important of just writing a book alone. It is important in picking the right topic, choosing the right publisher, and executing the right strategy. And for all the aspiring authors who are watching this, please note that with the right approach and the right publisher, achieving big numbers is absolutely possible. His book, Can You Expand LCL, is completely available on all platforms like Amazon, Flipkart, and Ziffy Bees at a discounted rate.